And you know the wickedest thing is everyone's like, why is it so quiet? But from day one, when I put out the statement, everyone's like, oh, he's chatting shit. When I said the messages have been edited and falsified maliciously, they said I was chatting shit. Now I got the official proof. I don't want to talk about it too tough. I just want to get it over and done with. You know them way there. You had me cooperating with the police and shit so they can conduct their investigation. Fuckers. Calm. Anyways, that goes on. And to all you non-believers, I'm gonna say the document's fake. It's not real or it's Photoshop. I'm willing to send a document to anyone that you don't think is a reliable source. I've sent it to loads of industry already. I've sent it to most of the platforms. Send it to most of the big interviewers. I might do one, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'll send it to anyone. It's just a lot of sensitive information in there. If you post all of it, you could get in trouble, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what kind of herb from Jamaica you've been smoking, but that is disgusting crap.
What's good, my LiTTyENT community? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing LiTTyENT. You already know what time it is. Now let's go. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now it seems that the one and only Dutchavelli, or as some people are now calling him, Dutch R. Kelly, he's returned from his extended vacation, or perhaps extended exile, as some would refer to it, from Jamaica. He's now back in London, and he's ready to set the record straight about all these grooming allegations, and it seemed like he was doing it while he was eating... I'm going to have to assume he was eating a bowl of Kellogg Crunchy Nut or something, because it sounded like he was munching on something grimy, and he had his grills in as well. Maybe that was what was making the noise. I'm not going to lie, I don't know how his voice is that deep. If my voice was that deep, I'd be doing bits right now, I won't lie. But anyway, we're going to get into what he said, but you already know what you got to do. You just got to like, comment, subscribe to keep you up to date every time I drop a banger like this one. And hit that notey, because you ain't in the so you can be the first to know when one of these videos comes out. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So it seems that Dutchavelli has come onto Instagram a couple of days ago, and he's basically announced that he's been, cooperating with the police in an ongoing investigation to prove himself as innocent. And he's trying to prove that he was not helping young girls decide what they were going to pick for their GCSEs.
I mean, like, $100,000 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch.
He's got the, quote unquote, official proof that he's not involved in any sort of underage grooming or any sexual acts or anything like that. What Dutch posted on his Instagram, I believe, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, is basically a police child assessment form stating that the evidence that's been brought to them, which claim that Dutchavelli was doing some very, questionable things, seems to be fake, and these are the exact words in the assessment, Dutchavelli is actually a victim of harassment. So it looks like the police basically, sent in a social worker to do the investigation with the family, ask questions, basically find out as much info as possible into what could really be going on. And this social worker has basically said, it's safe to close this case. Nothing crazy's going on here. This guy's innocent. The world is against him, and all that jibber jabber. Dutchavelli even went on to say that all the people that think the document is fake or think that it's been falsified, that he's ready to send the document to whoever needs to see it, and he's already sent copies of it to all the biggest platforms on IG, all the biggest platforms in the UK, all the biggest interviewers. And he also said that he's willing to do a sit-down interview with one of them to clear his name, which I must say is quite a bold move. Now, Dutch, I'm gonna be very real, and I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. I'm gonna keep it 8 more than 92 with you, because I was a fan of the music you was putting out before this whole debacle began. And it's sad to say, but I think this is cap. I'm so sorry. I really hate to say that. I really hate to say that because I don't want what you're doing to be true. Like, whether you're braiding 14-year-old girls' hair or not doesn't impact me personally. Of course, I think that's a horrible thing that you shouldn't be indulging in that. But like, I don't get any benefit for whether you are guilty of this or not. So it's not like a personal attack type of thing. But it's sad to say that it just all looks a bit Finding Nemo fishy for you right now. I have to be real, because if we look at the facts, and you guys know I love dealing with facts, the story that he's put out has changed his skin to blend in more times than Randall Boggs from Monsters Inc., who coincidentally was also chasing young girls, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, let's look at the facts, because first Dutch said that these messages were real but not inappropriate. What was you thinking? Then he said that the mum was texting from the girl's phone and that she was deleting messages. Then it was that the hacker was the one fabricating the messages. Then it was that both of you had been hacked. Got me fucked up. And then to add paprika to the dry chicken, you released DMs which I proved on this channel were fake and claimed that they were real.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. So
all that happening so far is already putting you in that pedophile section of Tesco. Not that there is one, just go with the analogy. But it's already putting you in that kind of section. And then right when it was looking like it was all going south for you, you went south. You flew out to Jamaica for like 3-4 months. No one heard a peep or anything from you on social media or anything. And you was like you just went off the grid. And this whole sequence of events, I'm sorry to say, but it just doesn't seem like how an innocent person would act. I'm just so sorry to say. Like, you literally like ran away. You basically went on the run. You just weren't being chased. Like, you basically did jerk chicken run. Like, it was basically jerk chicken run. Secondly, I think that we all have to remember, and obviously, I just want to preface this by saying I don't want this to seem like a Dutchavelli attack or that I have a vendetta against him, because I don't. Like I said, if he's buying prom dresses for girls or whatever, it has no effect on me, but I'm just making a point. But what you guys have to remember is that if this victim's family, who he seems to be a family friend of, don't forget, he's not a stranger to these people. They know him. They're associates of him. So if they want to protect him for whatever reason, whether it's just association or if it's for monetary gain or whatever, if they're protecting him, then there's really not much the police can do. They're not really going to go like above and beyond to look into what's really going on and get the spanner and really dig in and try and uncover all the secrets and all that. And, you know, sad to say, they're especially going to do that for an ethnic minority family. It's just not going to crumble the way that you would want it to, unfortunately. It's sad to say that this family assessment doesn't, disprove the fact that you may, in fact, like younger girls. And again, Dutch, I'm sad to say, but the T. Zandos thing is not helping your case, man. It's not helping your case. Like, okay, she's of legal age, yes, but she's still kind of underage for you.
Yeah, that's true. Now let's go back to my nigger on the floor.
Like, you're 27 and she's 18. That's almost a decade, man. That's a bit of a... It's a bit of a sticky one, mate. It's just... Like, she was in year 7 when you was in uni. Like, it's just... I don't know. It's a bit weird. I don't know. I wouldn't indulge in it personally. But yeah, so if you're already going that low to a teenage level, I think you can see why people would think that, it's not too far-fetched for you to just go a couple bits lower. Because you're already in the teens. So people might think, oh, well, I guess he's probably just going to go even more into the teens. Like, he clearly doesn't have any teenage boundaries. So yeah, that could be why people still aren't believing what you're saying. Another point which kind of goes against Dutch is that, unfortunately, children's services, the people who have done this assessment, they're not exactly the most, viable, fit for purpose kind of representation of anything, really. Like, they're a very, underfunded service, and they tend to fail children on quite a regular basis. I've heard multiple cases, like there was one in East London where there was like an abusive father, and he'd been arrested multiple times for abuse, but he's still living with his kids. And again, it seems that people, particularly in the ethnic minority community, sorry, they just don't mess with the police or mess with any, institution that resembles the police. So they'll essentially say anything to close a case and prevent it from going to court or something like that. So that could be a part that's playing in why this, assessment might not entirely be accurate, or why my people might not see it as entirely accurate. And then another very sad point is that, the guy that they're comparing him to, R. Kelly, he was convicted as innocent many times before they finally got him. There was a whole plethora of evidence and victims coming forward talking about what he'd done to them for like over 20 years. I think they even caught him on camera weeing on a girl, but she said it wasn't him. I don't know how he got out of that. I can't remember, but he managed to beat that case. So he was only held accountable very recently. So again, just because on paper it says that you haven't done this doesn't necessarily mean that you haven't. We would hope though, right? You'd hope to believe that once it's on paper that it's Yankee Doodle Dandy and okay, Dutch didn't do it. It's been proven. It's done an assessment. It's all good. But unfortunately, the world is not that bright utopia that you would like it to be, or that it would need to be for that to be the case. I don't know, man. As I've said in previous videos, I would want this to be true. I don't want anyone to be on some, pedophilic vibes. But Dutch, I'm sorry, you just haven't moved in a way that an innocent person would move. Like, whoever's, managing you or managing your social media interactions, they've just, unfortunately, no disrespect, they've handled the situation atrociously. Every move that's been made, particularly the one of you going to Jamaica, you putting out the fake DMs, it just made you seem more and more guilty as the days go on. And if there was somewhere in the universe, some smidgen of reality where you are innocent and everyone is looking at this the wrong way, one, I'll be the first person to apologize and say whatever, apologize. There's not nothing else you can say to apologize. But secondly, you need to do a lot more to show that you are innocent and that you're taking this seriously. These are serious allegations on your name. Like, right now, it seems like you don't even care. I mean, you're eating Cocoa Pops while you're making a statement. That doesn't look like someone who thinks his career is hanging in the balance because of what people think he's done, which, he thinks isn't true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you're just brushing it off like it's just dirt on your shoulder. I don't know, man. I know what you're going to do. I know how you're going to get out of this one, but it looks like the UK's already cancelled you. I don't see anyone listening to any Dutchavelli music anymore or supporting anything that you're doing. It seems like you're getting the Tory Lanez treatment right now, which, it's sad because I thought you was on your way to becoming one of the staple names in the UK. But, it seems like you've messed that up for yourself. But let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Do you think that this assessment is right and that Dutchavelli is innocent and that everyone is just hating on it for no reason? Or do you not believe it? Do you think that he's following in R. Kelly's footsteps, that he is stepping in the name of pedo? You let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subs. You already know what time it is. You can follow me on my IG at LiTTyENT__ for all your music scene updates. Follow me on my personal at the only LiTTyENT. If you care about what I do, well, I'm not making these bangers for you. I post updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there, because what else are you doing with your life? Absolutely nothing, mate. Stay black, and if you're not black, stay whatever race you are. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing?